Hey everybody, I'm Jesse and welcome to another edition of Gen X Things Live. And today is Monday, March 2nd. Oliver Rust, Bucky, hanging with Christopher, just another guy in the woods, OG Tango. What's up, fellas? Glad to see y'all here. I'm gonna kick this off. DVS, good morning. How's it going, DVS? I'm gonna kick this off by talking about this whole Jim Carrey thing. Yesterday, during our live stream, somebody mentioned it. RIP, R.I.P. Jim Carrey. Sedition. Good morning. Um, and I've been, the shit's all over the place with Jim Carrey this and Jim Carrey that. Dog Karma. Good morning. Um, and people are saying that he's been cloned. Jim Carrey's dead. He's been cloned. Mr. Hurst, Rex Chaoticus, good morning. Uh, so, I've seen the pictures of him. He's got blue eyes now and shit, and he doesn't look the same and all that. And I get it, I understand where everybody's coming from with all this stuff. Living and active, Wayne Beatty, Graham Churchill. What's up, Graham? Am I pronouncing it right? Churchill, I'll call you Church. What's up, Church? Tomcat, good morning, Tomcat. Raziel, there he is. Glad to see y'all here. Oh, yeah. Yep. Back then, and this plays into Church, this plays into that because back then we could believe everything we saw, Yeah, and most of what we saw, even in video, they didn't have the technology back then to just make shit up. And when they did, you could see that something was wrong. They couldn't believably alter video and photographs like they can now. Tripwire, Erica, good morning. Congratulations again, Erica. But the whole Jim Carrey thing, I see this stuff, and uh, it's it. The people posting the conspiracy theories have a monetary investment. They're chasing clicks and shit, right? Okay. Now, I was tempted to put Jim Carrey's face on my thumbnail and stuff for this video and put Jim Carrey in the title or something because it would attract people's attention. It would his name is in the algorithm now, and it would get more viewers. It crossed my mind to do that, and then I thought about it, and I was like, nah, that's just not me. I'm not doing that dumb shit. Uh, Jeff Boyardee, glad to see you here. Melody, good morning, Melody. All right. You're gonna regret this. I think most people do. uh, Jim was playing the role of Biden. That is possible. So we have that. We have to take that into consideration when talking about this conspiracy theory with Jim Carrey, right? Because people who are promoting this idea have a vested interest in you believing it. Monetary, they make more money if you click on their shit and pay attention to it and buy into it. Okay. Now that's not saying that it's all bullshit, but no, we gotta look at the whole story, not just what we're presented with. Saw the picture that now he has blue eyes. Well, that's easy to Photoshop nowadays, you know. Um, and then other videos and pictures I saw of him recently at that award show or whatever, he had brown eyes. So I'm it's just difficult to fall face first, head over heels into these kind of conspiracy theories. for me. Um, oh yeah, Tripwire. I hope everything's going well, man. Glad to see you here. Hopefully that's good news that you tuned in, man, for you and your wife there. We sent prayers your way. So hopefully everything's going okay, Trip. We were all hated to hear that. So I hope it turns out, man. We're all with you, brother. Yeah, yeah, Jeff. From 2000 to 2026, that's a long time to compare photos. Now that's not to say. Now, having said that part, that it's difficult for me to believe, just all out, full in believe this conspiracy theory. I'm not saying that I don't believe that they clone people and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's very possible. I've talked about this in the past where they were cloning that sheep and everybody raised hell, and then the whole cloning thing just kind of vanished. It just went away. We didn't hear much about cloning anymore for decades. Did they just put that technology on the shelf? Or have they been secretly using our tax money to fund that shit this whole time? You know, um, I would believe that they're secretly cloning people. If my life was on the line and they made me bet one way or the other, they're cloning people or they're not, I would have to bet that they are. Now to say that Jim Carrey specifically was cloned, I don't know. I'm not gonna get all behind it and say 100% that I believe that he's been cloned. Uh, the video and stuff I've seen of him does look a little weird. It just something's not right about it. But with all of the technology and the fakery and shit going on, it could maybe what isn't right about it is that the video is faked. Somebody uh, doctored it up just for clicks. Yeah, something it doesn't seem right. Yeah, I agree. Shannon, good morning, Shannon. His face structure looks different. Yeah, I saw the same thing with Biden. Somebody mentioned Biden. I think it was Bucky. The same thing with Biden. But his wasn't that far apart. His was only like 5, 10 years apart. The two pictures, and it just didn't look like him. I mean, it looks similar. It could have been his brother or something, or maybe even his twin brother. Not identical twins, but still, it just didn't look like him. And the same thing goes with Jim Carrey here. There's just something off about it. Okay, that's good. Any improvement's good, Trip. Freaking clones, yeah. Why would Jim be important enough to fake? Yeah. Yeah, he's been out of the public eye for so long. He just dropped out and he said some shit that was, kind of exposing, uh, the whole human trafficking thing and all that. But he was going against the grain and he just dropped out of it. He didn't get forced out like Mel Gibson. He just dropped out voluntarily. All of a sudden he comes back and he's a clone. So I don't know. Why would he come back and, act all mainstream? I don't, nothing of the whole situation stinks to high heaven. Uh, I don't know why. Why would they even bother with Jim Carrey? They could have, but then why not? Uh, Maybe the reason for them cloning him is just something that's past our knowing right now. Yeah, I know I'm not a clone, but then there's a deeper question there, Melody. Do we? I mean, honestly, how would we know? If somebody took my memories and stuff right now and put them in a clone, would he think he's me? Would he know the difference? You know what I mean? Would he know? That's kind of a weird thing to think about. If you got a clone, if they downloaded your brain and put it in a clone, and then you question the clone, he would honestly believe that he's him. You know. Yeah, he broke out of the Matrix a while ago. They might just have a body double, maybe. Yeah, that's completely possible, Roz. You think so? Age, plastic surgery, and makeup, 3 decades. Yeah, he didn't seem well. He didn't seem like that kind of guy. The interviews I've seen with him when he was getting all into the art and the consciousness and his all that stuff he talked about, consciousness and thoughts and all that. In the last few interviews that he did after he dropped out and went into painting and all that, he just didn't. That doesn't seem like the kind of person who would go in for the plastic surgery and shit. I mean, not that he couldn't change, you know, but why drop out of the mainstream of Hollywood and all that shit, and then get a bunch of plastic surgery, then go under the knife? He had a long gray beard and shit. He looked, he didn't look like a homeless person, but he looked like somebody who just didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? And he talked like someone who didn't give a shit. And then to go under the knife for plastic surgery, I don't know. That doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah, that's the thing that I've always had. Could they accelerate the aging? The clones that it starts out as a baby, presumably? You know, can they accelerate the aging or something, or can they clone it as a fully grown human being as the same age? That's kind of weird to think of too. He's had Botox and filler. Okay, that's possible. Dog karma. That's where I'm at, Erica. Just the personality that he showed after he went into the whole, awakened painting thing and all that, and then fast forward 10 years and he's got Botox and whatever. Those two personalities kind of juxtaposed. They don't fit in my mind anyway. Maybe he wasn't faking it in the mask and he was transforming right in front of us. Yeah. Rusty dude, what's up, Rusty? How's Canada this morning, Rusty? Cloning department, one man enters and two men leave. Yeah, Hurst. Yeah, some kind of tab of a mask. Now, see, Jeff, that's where I have the problem. I saw the same thing with Jim Carrey. I saw a picture like that with Jim Carrey where he had right here, he had looked like a piece of tape right there. With Photoshop now, I don't, if I was going to be deceitful and try to get clicks and stuff and try to get y'all to click on my shit and try to get a bunch of viewers, and I knew Photoshop really well and I knew this was the hot thing and I was unscrupulous and immoral and I didn't give a shit if I was telling lies, it'd be easy for me to take a picture of Jim Carrey or Joe Biden and put a piece of tape on there or change the shape of their ear. And you know what I'm saying? It's just so hard to know nowadays. And I saw this stat uh, a while ago of how the sightings of ghosts and shit, paranormal shit, were high. I don't know, like 1,000 sightings a year or something in the United States, all the way up, and it started tapering down in the '60s, and then it kind of hit bottom in the '80s. around that era. And then it went along, and then Photoshop was invented, and it skyrocketed back up. Yeah. So that kind of stuff, that kind of technology, that has to make you question every damn thing. A procedure that can turn brown eyes into blue permanently. I've never heard of that one. I knew they had those contact lenses or whatever. Tomcat, what's up, Tomcat? Some of us can't be cloned. Find someone who looks sort of the same. Fame rots the brain. Jason Cheney, what's up? Good morning. If you could read minds, everything would be misspelled. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That whole fame and chasing the money, and even nowadays with the clicks and the influencers, there's so much incentive to do crooked, misleading shit nowadays. Oh, I should though, Bolts. What's up, Bolts? Yeah, I should, because that's a new release. Yeah, so the late fees, it says on there, the late fees are like doubled or something because it's a new release, Bolts. Yeah, I should do that. Yeah, that would be a good thing, an interesting little bit of trivia there. Yeah, that's what that must be the one I'm remembering, Jeff, where he showed up like an age rock star with a huge beard and came just as fake as everyone else, and that's the point. Yeah, yeah, and everybody said he was crazy and on drugs and all that stuff because he was pointing the finger at him. Yep, I remember that. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah. Oh, gee. Yeah. Yeah. The aging to bring up to closest same would have to be. Yeah. Yeah, Tomcat. That's some crazy shit there. Is Keanu still decent? I don't know. He's never like exposed shit. He's just always seemed like a decent person. But he's now Jim Carrey seemed like a decent person, but he's taken it a step further and exposed, and using comedy, uh, and said stuff they crossed the line. You know what I mean? Kind of along. I wonder if they're going to clone what was that guy, the English guy, the British comedian that got up there and said all that stuff. Remember a few years ago? They had to manually teach it to chew Dolly the sheep. No shit. Okay. You look an awful lot like Jim Morrison. Okay. Yeah, it's that. And then the technology has come a long way. You can throw a mask on and look, I could throw a mask on right now and look like Dolly Parton from the neck up, and y'all would be hard pressed to tell, except for my eyes. Yeah. Have y'all seen that shit? So, impersonating people is not even difficult anymore. Yeah. Folding ladder. Yep. Good point. If we all agreed the sun was green, those who opposed and stated any other color would be hallucinating. Yeah, you're right. I mean, absolutely right. Jim Carrey was always weird. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and you have to be a comedian like that. You got to be a little off, to be that weird and funny in that way. Laser iris depigmentation. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm gonna sign right up for that shit. Ricky Gervais, yeah, that's his name, Christopher. Yeah, Ricky Gervais. He got up. Remember, he got up in front of all those Hollywood stars and just hammered down on them. Yeah, I think he talked about uh, human trafficking and shit too. Yeah, and they were all pissed. Yeah, we look like our own fans breaking away from fiction, Tomcat. I think, yeah, and that seems to be the direction things are going, right? Yeah, when it comes to comedy, there is no line. I agree, Volts. Yeah, I agree. And there shouldn't be. There is because society and, the powers to be say so, but there shouldn't be. Keanu's in Graham Hancock's documentary. I haven't seen that one, I don't think. Jeff7, what's up, Jeff? Oh yeah, Hurst. I love dark humor too. Yeah, sure. If you got enough money, Hurst. Yeah, you can't clone true goodness. That's true. Melody. Good morning, connecting the rabbit holes. Glad to see you here. Yeah, maybe he got depressed. I mean, there's a million things that just like that, Erica. Simple answers. Maybe he just got depressed. Maybe you know, there's no telling. Uh, but it does seem weird. The videos I saw of him, just they seem off. I don't know if that's because of the way he was acting or because the video themselves were tampered with. Yeah, folding the yeah Gervais stole the show. Yeah, and he was like, I don't care. I'm rich already. What do I care? And you haven't really seen him since. He's been blackballed. You look a lot like Randy Owen from Alabama Sedition. All right. They don't want another you running around, OG. Yeah, Jeff, it's called talent, and Hollywood lacks it. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Jeff. More than likely, they killed his wife, maybe. Or I wouldn't surprise me. Muslims are crazy on the tube. Yeah. Lucas, Gabriel, what's up? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Ranger Trick TV. Oh, Ranger Rick TV. Okay. Explores abandoned places around the world and searches the history about them. That's pretty damn cool. Yeah. So it's, um, it's just hard nowadays to know what to believe, to jump in with both feet on either side of an argument. And that's part of what I'm saying here is that we just don't know. You know, we don't know. Nobody, nobody here, no common average person, working person, knows why we are bombing Iran right now. Nobody knows. Not any of us. I have no idea why we're doing it. I know what I've been told, and I've been told about 10 different reasons. None of them really make sense to me. So no, we'll find out. We'll find out what happens with the whole thing. Um, I've been told that they cloned Jim Carrey, and I've been told that Jim Carrey's real, and he's just changed, and he's got some work done or whatever, some plastic surgery done or Botox or whatever. I've been told both sides of that. What to believe nowadays? You know what I mean? Telecomics, what's up? Glad to see you here, comics. Yeah, glad you could make it. And that might be one of the biggest changes. Although we know we were fed a bunch of lies back in the 70s and 80s and stuff. But uh, look back to that one image of Bigfoot, right? Remember he was like, walking through and he's looking over at the camera, and how fake that shit was. You know what I mean? It was pretty obvious that shit was fake. It was grainy from a distance, and uh, so we could more or less kind of half-ass trust what we saw. Okay, back then, and it's gone so far that we can't trust anything. AI will crank out, and I need to do that. I forgot. I'm going to do my spiel at the end of the show. I'm going to have AI just crank it out now, so y'all can see firsthand, and you will know it's AI because I'm the one doing it. I'm going to tell you it's AI. So, well, but AI can just crank out a video now, and you don't even know. You won't even be able to tell that it's real or not. And that's why I say that the entertainment industry is doomed. Lyrene, what's up, Lyrene? Good morning. Boomers. Yeah. Yeah, Volts. Yep. Just like George Carlin said, it's a big club and we're not in it. We're not invited to it. We're not, yeah, we're not included in that club. Oh, yeah, sedition. Yep. Yeah. Been told we're going to hell our whole lives. Yeah. I've been told that too. And I finally come to terms with that. But it takes a while to if you when you're repeatedly told something over and over and over again, especially as a child, uh, it takes some effort to get away from that. All right, Tripwire. All right, be safe. Hope everything turns out for you and your wife. You're in our thoughts and prayers, Trip. Best use of AI. Oh, the Bigfoot blogs. Yeah, Roz, I've seen that shit. Yeah, where the Bigfoot is talking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right, Lucas. You saw Carlin live in '89. That's awesome, Bolts. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've never seen him live. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to be now. AI's got to make you leery about everything you see online. Lyrene, yeah, you have to be. Okay, yeah, living. It's all. I believe it all goes back to honestly, to the satanic thing. That whole whatever Luciferian shit back in the day. That's just my personal opinion on it. Yeah, Rex. Yeah, me too. Yeah, you're going to hell. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do AI still needs direction? No, Tomcat. No, it doesn't. It's it's fed parameter. They're just free floating AIs now on the internet, and we say AIs. It's a blanket term. There's a lot of different types of AI, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't need direction and doesn't need directors anymore. Um, no, you just cannot tell. There are AI accounts on Facebook, and you would think it's a real human being. There's no way, no way you would tell. No way you could surmise that this person isn't real. You think you friended somebody on Facebook and it's a real human being. They like the same music you like and all this stuff, but it's just an AI bot. Has memories and everything, but it's just an AI bot. Yeah. So it doesn't need direction anymore, um, and that's part of the danger there, that all of these AI need computing power, so they can, if they start multiplying, they can be put pressure on the internet. Oh, okay, comics. Nah, no problem. Yeah, you're doing pretty well with your English there. Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. All right. Yeah, I think you're the first Mexican we've had on here, a true Mexican, from Mexico, nationality speaking Mexican. I'm glad to have you here, comics. Garantulas or gargantuans. Okay. All right, Hurst. Oh, yeah, Roz. Smart guy, too. Carlin was smart and funny. No, old man's not here yet, Melody. I haven't seen him anyway. When you're about 6, Erica? Yeah. Oh, a YouTube channel that streams Godzilla movies? I didn't know that, Hurst. Yours believed you came from hell living? Oh, okay. When the fire hit the Palisades, they found tunnels left linking all their houses to the Playboy Mansion. Mm-hmm. No shit. See, that's the kind of stuff, and all this shit is coming to light now. Oh yeah, DVS, yeah. And I am constantly doing this, being having a YouTube channel and all that. I'm constantly bombarded with people trying to sell me AI, trying to get me to purely make my videos out of AI and do all this, trying to hawk AI to me, get me to sign up for AI, telling me that I can make AI videos for less than a YouTube subscription and all this stuff. You know what I mean? Just straight up fake, complete fakery and fraudulence. So I, being a Gen Xer that who dislikes straight up lies and fraudulence, I want real shit. Um, so it doesn't even tempt me to do that shit. It does. I'm not even tempted. But how many people out there are? How many people out there are just, like you said, have 5 different channels and just cranking out 5 AI videos in an hour in the morning and posting them and going about their way, and everybody thinks that they're a real that's a real person up there talking. That's another reason the live streams are important, because we interact, in real time. Although there's going to be a point where AI can do that, but I don't think it's there yet. Yeah, artificial flavor. Now they want artificial life. Yeah, yeah. OG, you're absolutely right. Constantine had the best version of hell. Yeah, yeah. That was a good movie. I've seen it several times, and you're probably right. Yeah, yeah. Lucas. Yeah, data centers building. If they were in the Matrix in real life, this might prove it. Yeah, and they keep building these data centers around, and the people in the neighborhoods don't want them. The people are trying to fight against this shit, and the government's just throwing them down there anyway. Probably spending our taxpayer money on it, or borrowing the money from the bank, from that privately owned bank, and then funding it that way. They're not forcing these companies to build, just like they don't force the sports teams to build their own stadiums. They rob us, and we build them. We pay that. We foot the bill. Hill makes yummy bagels. Saving the power grid. Yeah, you can see hell from Iraq. First, yeah, I believe you. Yeah, yeah. Under the circumstances, most of us just watch Christine. All right, Jason. Yeah, that's a good one. Probably Melody. We're all sinning right now, aren't we? By somebody's standard. Oh yeah, the movie channel intros. Yeah, comics. Some non-toxic crayons. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But I think we get the term hell from her, don't we? Just another guy in the woods. That's where we get that term, from her. Yeah, there was just a land of the dead or whatever, where they went, and she ruled over that. Right? Is that right, Lake? Yeah, in spite of them, Rusty. In most cases, yes. Yeah, you made it without becoming hog food, Erica. Oh, you've got Constantine on DVD. Yeah, I like that movie. I've seen it several times. Filetopia. That sounds familiar, but I never joined it. Comics. Yeah, too lazy to live their own lives. Yeah, yeah, we've all earned it. That's for damn sure. Living. Yeah, yeah. This AI shit it's going it's going past the point of no return. The government refuses to throttle it, to regulate it, um, and we'll see where it goes. I say that AI is is going to shake up the economy and the job market and take a lot of jobs, not because AI is evil, but because companies just want to make more profit. It boils down to that. So it's going to happen. Um, and once that ball gets rolling, uh, there's no stopping it. They're already laying off people due to AI, replacing them with AI right now today. 4,000 people just got laid off last week, um, from one company, and it's not going to get any better. Oh, okay. Nobody knows which side the dead will fight for. Oh, that's pretty cool. Kratos. Yeah, another interesting. I like all that old mythology. Yeah, people got together and bought an old abandoned town. Yeah, people are throwing up communities like that. Yeah, that's happening. Don't sugarcoat the truth. Yeah, Hearst, that leads to spiritual diabetes. Yeah, yep. It takes a huge amount of energy. AI, the server buildings, and as we know, energy is a huge factor for prices downstream. Yep, and they have to cool all of that stuff. All those computers and servers and shit need to be cooled. So how are they cooling this shit? Yeah. Yeah, go to the club, get kicked out at closing time, go to Waffle House. Yeah. Yeah. And go to work from the Waffle House. Yes, edition. Yeah, you can't use their likeness in AI. Yeah, a piece of paper. And China's doing that shit all over the place already. I've seen the video of the fight between Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise on the rooftop. It's so hard to tell that it's not them. I mean, you can you when you read the caption, this is AI and it's China's putting out this crap, so it's AI when you first look at it. So you're automatically looking for signs that it's AI, But for the average person, just to watch that, you could see that as a trailer for a new movie. You know what I mean? There's no way. And they're just cranking this shit out now. And what are you going to do? Sue China? You know, they don't give a shit. What'll happen is they'll get American websites or whatever to take the shit down, but they just keep putting it back up. They don't give a shit. Club to Waffle House to work in that order. Oh yeah. Gen X saved you as a teenager, Lucas? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Don't lead newcomers to ugly truth we don't know about. Yeah, we need to apply the brakes on a whole bunch of shit, Tomcat. Oh yeah, those customer service chat bots comics. Yeah, I hate them too. Yeah, it's and when we have memories as Generation Xers, when we were kids and teenagers and stuff, of actual customer service where even person to person in a store or in a bank or something, people would be nice and pleasant to you. That was their job. And on the phone, they would be helpful and they would try to help you and they would be pleasant and nice. Now it's AI chatbot shit, and you've got to, scream at the phone. Uh, you know, whatever operator or to, you know, to try to get to talk to a human being, it's beyond aggravating because I know pretty much when I make the call whether or not I can get it done with just the online chatbot or whatever, or if I need to speak to a human being representative. That's the damn word. Yelling at the damn chatbot representative 5 times before they'll finally put you through to a representative. Oh, okay. Only over by $100. That's pretty awesome, dude. Yeah. Kept a couple of Denny's cups. That's awesome, comics. The awesome breakfast. I don't remember that either. I don't remember the name of it, but I remember the sandwich. Yeah. Yeah, that thing was awesome living. 1964. You're still Gen X, Melody. Yeah, if you want to be. Yeah, you were Melody used to give us kids flings on the merry-go-round. Yeah, she would. No, she's not that much older than me. The high schoolers used to do that, and back then, high schoolers had to be born in late 50s, around 60 maybe. Moons over my hammy. That yeah, yeah. That sounds like it. Living. Yeah, companies used to cater. Felix, what's up, Felix? Yeah, used to cater to the U.S. You're right. The Grand Slam, Rusty. Comics, 1968. All right, yeah. I'm 1971. I don't know if it, yeah, 1971. Speaking of vintage, Vintage is watching or watches later. Hi, Vintage. Hope everything's going well with you, buddy. Patrick, what's up, Patrick? Glad to see you here. Yeah, yeah. Cops followed them instead of your drunk high asses, huh, Tomcat? Yeah, yeah. Have the best of both worlds, Melody. Yeah, I did a video about Generation Jones and how y'all aren't really boomers, right? The people born in the late 50s and early 60s, y'all aren't really boomers. Um, but I think that y'all lean more toward Gen X, kind of in your philosophy and in mentality. 75 volts, yeah, smack in the middle, huh? Oh, you're cutting. MJ, what's up, MJ? 69, 70, 73, and 79. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay, Jeff. Spirit of 76, huh? Yeah, Hurst. Slowly but surely. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to need you when shit hits the fan, Melody. There's the Jones. Yeah, Lucas. James Webb Telescope. I love the pictures that thing takes and the stuff that we found out because of it. That thing is awesome. Oh, okay. You were 64 and your sister was 66. So, yeah, yeah, that is crazy. Two different generations according to the calendar, but Jen Jones boomers suck. Yeah. All right. I'm glad somebody said it, Jeff. Why does France line their streets with trees on both sides? Your 20 something totally acts like a boomer. That's not surprising, Erica. Oh, okay. All right, Jeff. Irish twins, huh? Anyone break dance? Hell, I think we all break danced at one point. Oh, gee, I know I did. Hell yeah, me and my buddies, we carry cardboard around with us, and yeah. Yep, I sure did. And I did. I could have beat Ray Gun at any point in my life. Yeah, I could beat Ray Gun now. You call your 23-year-old daughter boomer? uh, yeah, yeah, we're doing great. Raised by boomers. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Comics. Yeah, we got quite a few pirates on Gen X things. Yeah, I've been I've I've been known to to visit the old pirate cove once in a while. Oh, okay. Yeah, any advantage we can get, right? Melody, go outside and play, and you were gone for 8 years. Nard, DB, what's up? Yeah, I think a lot of early 60s people born in the early 60s identify more with Generation X than they do boomers. Um, and that's just the way I feel. You could easily just shift that back to 60, and it would make complete total sense. Now, of course, they have their own, generation within the boomers called Gen Jones, and that's really could be more accurate because they are a little different than us kids who were born in the 70s, and grew up in the 80s. Our teenage years were in the 80s. So, yeah, we weren't big on dad jokes. Yeah. Yeah, Jared, blow that trumpet. Sound that trumpet. Boomers suck. And any boomers who get upset by that, yeah, they can eat my shorts because we're just picking on them. Yeah, I don't hate boomers, but they suck. I don't hate anybody really, but that doesn't mean we can't talk shit and harass them. We're hazing an entire generation. Oh, after corn, it was a war zone after corn. I like Corn. That's one band we don't talk about very much, but yeah, they had some good damn music. Yeah, we assembled our own computers and stuff, and yeah, tricked the vending machines. Yeah, I remember kids would drill a hole through a quarter and put a string in there and try to get several Coca-Colas. You were a troublesome little shit as a teen. I have a hard time believing that, Hurst. I really do. I just pictured you as a, you know, as a, buttoned up collar and, buttoned down guy, ironed and straight A's, maybe military academy, something like that. Making mom and dad proud. Oh, you got called Zennials? Okay. Boomers sold the world, Rex. I've had boomers claim that we sold the world, Rex. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, earlier millennials kind of identify more with Gen X too. Yeah, coast to coast hardware stores, Radio Shack. Oh yeah, comics. I used to love. I could just browse around Radio Shack for hours, building shit in my head. Yeah, yeah, they drew first blood, Christopher. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they did. They truly did. That's not even. That's just factually true. Yeah, yeah, MJ, you're right. They did talk shit. Your dad was born in '53 and he's immature as hell. Oh, me too, Hurst. Yep. Your Radio Shack was a ripoff. Yeah. Doc the Butcher. What's up, Doc? All right. 65. The very first edition. Yeah. Classic. Yeah, Christopher. They're fair game. Yep. Are you depressed? Light day. Good morning, Light day. Glad you could make it. Oh, you worked at Radio Shack for 4 months in high school, then got a real job. Yeah, let's skip work. I wish I could. Oh, okay. You wanted Radio Shack too for components to build your project for ITT school. All right, Melody. Yeah, I used to love just wandering around in there looking at stuff. Yeah. 1 hour photo kiosks in parking lots. Yep, I remember those volts. Oh, okay, comics. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. We're glad to have you here, seriously. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate you supporting the channel by watching. Genuinely. Dog Karma. Thank you. Let's see. Doc the Butcher. Hey, Doc. What's up, Doc? Welcome to the True Elite, Doc. The Gen X Thinks membership. Remember, we have members only shows on Sunday mornings. We're talking about ancient technology on Sunday mornings. Very interesting conversation we've been having over there. Art Bell and George Noory every night. Yeah, that's I remember those. I remember those too. Oh, okay. Yeah, some PTO gonna wait for a nice day. Yeah, I would too. Blockbuster Video, yeah, MJ. That's another store that I used to just like wandering around. I used to fish electronics out of the dump and fix them. Yeah, I guess they would get rid of outdated shit and whatnot. You could you built some questionable shit with Radio Shack components. Yeah, Blockbuster and chill. I really miss Blockbuster. I wish it hadn't gone away. You still have your Blockbuster card, Jared? Yeah, an old school can opener and they had no idea how it worked. Yeah, that's insane. No, I haven't seen that video, Bolts, but that's crazy. I believe it. The mall days, yeah. Yeah, me too, MJ. Is it time to go already? All right, Erica. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Art Bell was a legend. Uh I remember Art Bell. I didn't listen to him regularly, but I remember hearing about him all the time back then. All right, everybody. Thank you for showing up and congratulations again, Doc, on your membership. Uh, Thanks for hanging out, talking to me about all this stuff, nostalgia, and all the conspiracy theory stuff that's going on today. You know, with what's his name, Jim Carrey, all the shit going on. You know, trying to figure out what the hell to believe. I still don't know what to believe yet, but it's good to talk about it and air all this stuff, all the questions I have, and have y'all bring up more questions, so and hopefully I brought up some questions that make some sense to some of you. So I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. So I'll say goodbye to Jeff Boyardee, Jody Furnish, Melody, Light Day, Jared McCoy, MJ, Comics, Bucky, Patrick, Shannon, Melody, Jeff 7, OG Tango, Felix, Mr. Hurst, Tomcat, Raziel, Living and Active. Who else we got here? Volts, Lucas, Sedition, Doc the Butcher, our newest member, Wayne Beatty. You slept in here on me, Wayne. I didn't see ya. Rusty Doob. Did I say Light Day already? Well, we all know that she deserves two goodbyes. I think I said Erica already. Goodbye, Erica, and congratulations again to you and Doc. Who else we got? Did I say Roz? Connecting the rabbit holes. Can't forget Rabbit. Nard DB. Goodbye, Nard. I appreciate you watching. The new folks who showed up to this morning, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the talk. Hope you enjoyed the live stream, and hope to see you again in the future ones. All right. I think I got everybody. If I did not call out your name, I apologize, but I just have to scroll through the comments and catch everybody. Mr. Hurst, uh, DVS, Tomcat. So if I forgot anybody's name, I apologize, but I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Or if you're on TV and you watch and you just don't jump in the comments, thank you as well. I truly appreciate your time. Shannon, I don't think I called out Shannon's name. Goodbye, Shannon. All right. And we'll give our dedicate our spiel today to Doc the Butcher, I believe. Yeah, our newest member. We'll dedicate the spiel to Doc the Butcher. All right. So this is for you, Doc, straight from 1984. Dedication, Doc the Butcher. And as always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one. Damn, I thought that guy would never shut up. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, I'll put that link down in the description, or you can head over to the channel page and become a member that way. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you can do so by clicking on that super thanks button down there, or you can head over to Buy Me a Coffee and buy me a cup of coffee. I appreciate those of you who do that, and I'll leave that link down in the description as well. If you're interested in Gen X gear, we got some pretty cool stuff over there at Redbubble. Gen X Thinks and Gen X branded stuff, t-shirts, coffee mugs, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff. That's where I got my Thundar the Barbarian t-shirt. But I'll put that link down in the description too. If you can't or don't want to support the channel in any of those ways, you can always do so by sharing these videos on your social media. That helps out one hell of a lot, so thank you very much those of you who do that. Also, we have the Discord channel now, so if you want to continue the discussion over there on Discord, I'll put that link down in the description as well. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you who support Gen X Thinks with your time or your money. It's all appreciated. I value your time just as much as I do anything else, so thank you, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you.